Hi everyone, this is Venkatarayana. Today I am going to analyze DMart Quarter 3 Financial Year 2021 results. We are going to discuss consolidated results. Here we have consolidated financial results and the amount in crores. So we are going to discuss year on year and quarter on quarter results. Here year on year means we will compare with 2019 December results with 2020 December results. Quarter on quarter means we'll compare September 2020 results with December 2020 results. This is quarter on quarter. Here, first item is revenue from operations. We'll compare year on year. In December 2019, DMart got 6,808 crores as revenue. In 2020, 7,542 crores. Now we'll see how much percentage increase. Here, revenue was increased 10.7 percentage year on year. Here, the other income, previous year 6 crores, this year 45 crores. Here nearly 40 crores other income was increased. We need to check what is the reason for other income. Here total income is 6,815 crores. In 2020, 7,587 crores. Now we'll see the expenses. A purchase of stock in trade. In 2019, 5,541. In 2020, 6,385 crores. That means nearly 800 crores was increased. Now if you want to know the reason, here revenue was increased from 6,800 crores to 7,542 crores. So here revenue was increased, that means their sales was increased. Due to that one, purchase of stock in trade also increased. Let us change in inventories of stock in trade. Previous year 224 crores, this year 13 crores credited. Later employee benefit expenses. Previous year they spent 118 crores for employees salaries. This year 139 crores. That means nearly 19 crores was increased. Later finance cost. Here previous year they spent 17 crores as a interest. Here this year they spent 11 crores. That means here interest was decreased 17 crores to 11 crores. So here 6 crores was decreased. So that means here the debt was reduced. This is a positive for the company. Later depreciation. Previous year 95 crores. This year 113 crores. This is approximately 15 crores was increased. Finally other expenses. Previous year 327 crores. This year 340 crores. Here we don't have much difference. So we'll ignore these things. What we observed based on revenues and expenses is, here revenues was increased from 6,808 crores to 7,542 crores. Here purchase of stock in trade was increased from 5,541 crores to 6,385 crores. Here finance cost, it was decreased from 17 crores to 11 crores. That means they reduced the debt. Now let's see the profit before tax. Previous year 489 crores, this year 609 crores. We'll check it in percentage. Here profit before tax 24% year on year increased. That means here it was increased from 489 crores to 609 crores. That is 24%. This is a positive for the company. Later current tax. Previous year they spent 110 crores as a current tax. This year 159 crores. Due to revenues was increased, so they spent more for current tax. Later net profit after tax. Previous year 384 crores. This year 446 crores. That means approximately 62 crores was increased. Now we'll check it in percentage. Here profit after tax 16% year on year increased. Here we'll see paid of equity share capital. So previous year 627 crores, this year 647 crores. So here it was increased from 627 crores to 647 crores. That means 20 crores. So we need to remember this point. Here they are diluting the equity. We'll see the reason after few minutes. Equity can be diluted in different ways. One is using bonus shares. Second one allotting preferential shares. We'll see the reason for equity dilution. Here we have earning per share, basic and diluted. Here basic is 6.14 in previous year and 6.9 rupees as basic EPS in 2020. For diluted, previous year 6.09 rupees, this year 6.85 rupees. Diluted means after diluting the equity, what is the EPS? So this is diluted EPS. So here it was increased from 6.14 rupees to 6.90 rupees. So approximately 75 was increased. Now we'll see quarter on quarter results. That means September results with December results. In September, they got 5,306 as revenue. This year, 7,542 crores. We'll check it in percentage. So revenue was increased 42% quarter on quarter. These are very good figures. Later, other income, it was decreased from 52 crores to 45 crores. Later, we'll check purchases of stock in trade. Last quarter, 4,611 crores. This quarter, 6,385 crores. Here, sales was increased. Due to that one, purchase of stock in trade was also increased from 4,611 crores to 6,385. Later, employee benefit expenses. Here, 131 crores. Here, 139 crores. Here, values are similar. We'll ignore it. Finance cost, it was increased from 9 crores to 11 crores. That means little bit they increased their debt. Basically, DMAT is a zero debt company. They are paying very less interest. So here depreciation 100 crores to 113 crores. This is also similar. We'll ignore it. And other expenses here 310 crores and here 340 crores. Approximately 30 crores was increased as other expenses. Now check profit before tax. Last quarter they got 271 crores. This quarter they got 609 crores. Now we'll check it in percentage. Here profit before tax was increased 124% quarter on quarter. So this is very good figures. Later current tax, it was increased from 72 crores to 159 crores. Due to high revenues, they paid more tax. So here it was increased from 72 crores to 159 crores. Later net profit, previous quarter 198 crores, this quarter 446 crores. That means approximately 250 crores was increased. We'll check it in percentage. Profit after tax was increased 125% quarter on quarter. These are very good figures. Here in September, equity is 647 crores. In December, 647 crores. That means they didn't dilute the equity in September and December quarter, but they diluted in March quarter. Here, earning per share, basic is 3.07 rupees to 6.90 rupees. That means here it was doubled. This is a positive for the company. What we observed from these results is here, year on year, revenue was increased 10.7%, but quarter on quarter, it was increased 42%. So this is very good for the company. That means DBOT business was increased from September to December quarter. Yet profit before tax increased 24% year on year and 124% quarter on quarter. Here also, the profit before tax was increased very rapidly from September to December. Later, profit after tax increased 16% year on year, but 125% quarter on quarter. That means the net profit was increased rapidly from September to December. This is very good sign. Here, equity was diluted from last December to this December. It was increased from 627 crores to 647 crores. Now, we'll check the reason for this dilution. Here, the parent company through qualified institution placements allotted 2 crores equity shares to the eligible qualified institutional buyers at an issue price of 2049 per equity share. That means DMAT allotted 2 crores equity shares for qualified institutional buyers at 2049 per equity share. Due to that one, they collected 4098 crores on 11th February 2020. Here, funds received pursuant to QIP are being utilized towards in the subject stated in the placement document, and the balance utilized as on 31st December 2020 remain invested in deposits with scheduled commercial banks. Later we have one more point. Here, Avenue Supermart Limited Employee Stock Options Scheme 2016 stock options convertible into 1 crore 39 lakhs 73,325 equity shares of 10 rupees each were granted to eligible employees at exercise price of 299. Out of the options granted, 39 lakhs 24,995 options are lapsed. Later, here 36 lakhs 91,105 options were vested as at 31st December 2020. Against the vested options, 36 lakhs 90,205 of 10 each will allotted pursuant to exercise of options. So already we saw equity was diluted. How they diluted means here 2 crores equity shares was allocated to qualified institutional buyers and collected 4098 crores. So here one reason for dilution. Another one, they gave employee stock options to their employees. Due to that one also, the equity was diluted. Now we need to check few more points. Here, one store was added in quarter 3 financial 21. 9 stores were added in 9 months financial 21, and 2 were closed and converted into fulfillment center for our e-commerce business in 9 months financial 21. That means in 9 months period they opened 9 stores. Now we'll see DMart business overview. Here these points are very important to analyze future business of DMart. Here the quarter has seen further improvement in our business and financial metrics. Our overall sales and sales mix is now trending very close to our usual times, except for specific customer consumption changes post COVID-19. Apparel, laundry, footwear, travel, and such relevant out of home usage categories are taking more time to recovery. So here this is a negative point. For these items, they are taking more time for recovery. Later, agile OPEX management along with a good surge in festival shopping allowed us to deliver a significantly better quarter than the previous 2 quarters. This is a positive point. However, December month did not trend as well as the festival months of October and November. This is a negative point. 2 years and older DMart stores did 96% of December 2019 sales in the month of December 2020. We have 162 stores that are 2 years or older. Restricted store operations in certain cities post Diwali due to night curfews and weekend closure led to significantly larger declines in those stores versus same period last year. This is a negative point. Here few more negative points. We also continue to face inconsistent supplies from the non-FMCG sector. Raw materials prices are also going up. This is negative point. Availability in certain categories is likely to get worse before getting better. This is a negative point. This could therefore have an impact on sales mix and margins in the near term. We need to revisit this point in the future financial results. DMart Ready. This quarter, we soft launched DMart Ready in select pin codes of Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. In addition, at some of our brick and mortar stores, we have leased some part of the space to Avenue E-Commerce Limited to commence e-commerce operations in those cities. This is positive point. Post-COVID-19 environment is creating opportunities to launch DMart Ready in more cities. However, we will continue with our approach of small trials, reviews, and controlled acceleration for DMart Ready. So these are positive points. We also intended to continue extended store operating hours. This is allowing us to serve our customers in a more safe and efficient way. This is positive point. Now let's check DMart is overvalued or undervalued based on these results. Here we have EPS for 5 quarters, 6.9 rupees for quarter 3 2021. That means December 2020, 3.07 rupees for quarter 2, 0.62 rupees for quarter 1, 4.25 rupees for quarter 4, that means March, 6.14 rupees for quarter 3 2020, that means December 2019. Now we'll check PE before results and after results. Price of DMart before results is 2,961 rupees. And here we have EPS for last 4 quarters, that means quarter 2, quarter 1, quarter 4, quarter 3. Here sum of those 4 quarters EPS is 14.08 rupees. Now we need to find PE, that means price by earning per share. Price is 2967 rupees divided by 14.08 rupees. Here PE is 210.7. Here PE after results. Price after results is 2,917 rupees, and EPS for last 4 quarters is here quarter 3, quarter 2, quarter 1, quarter 4. That is 14.84. 2979 by 14.84 will get 2000.7 as PE. Here DMart PE before results is 210 and after results is 200. Here PE 210 and 200 is overvalued. It will not provide margin of safety. If you want to invest in IPE companies, then we need to take care when to enter into the company. That means DMart fundamentally is very good company, but if you enter at high valuation in good company, at the time also will not get good returns. So we need to take care when to enter into good company. Currently DMart is overvalued. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.